It's easy to get tempted on spending your money on needless things because companies are getting more and more clever to tempt us to buy from them. Not to mention, we have a culture leaning towards spending all of the time. But giving into temptation of spending is a trap to your financial position. A lot of times, people find themselves broke with little to no savings and living a paycheck-to-paycheck kind of life. If you feel like your financial life is never improving, you might have been constantly falling into money traps. Hi! Welcome back to Grayson Finance. In this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you some money traps that you need to avoid. Money trap number 1. Being buried deeply into student debt. A lot of people get into student debt in order to go to college. These people believe that the degree that they will be getting after college will make them earn better. Student debts aren't something anyone should take lightly, with an average amount lent of $37,000 per student. Having to pay a huge amount like this when you're only starting your career may keep you in a difficult financial situation. A problem that may arise on this path taken is that a lot of students choose the wrong field to study, which makes them not want to do the job related to the field they have studied for, or them changing their mind about the field entirely, as well as their career path. A lot of students are not properly informed, as well as not do any research for themselves in understanding the cost of getting that degree and the possible salary they earn after getting a job. If you don't know how much you can possibly earn in the workforce, you might get yourself in $37,000 debt, but will only get $40,000 in the workforce. This makes it not worth your investment for your education. Money trap number 2. Downplaying your worth in working. A lot of people get paid way less than their worth and the importance of the job that they do. Most employers only pay their employees just enough money so they don't quit, as they want to save up money as much as possible. Every year, as inflation rises, your salary barely keeps up, and you end up getting paid lesser and lesser. It is also extremely difficult for people to find a job, especially when employers give salaries that are less than the worth of the hired employees. If your job is something that you actually like, consider requesting a raise respectfully. It is also best to research market rates for your position when you do request. Always never settle for something less than your worth, and with that, be ready to change jobs if ever your employer doesn't permit you to get a raise. Money trap number 3. Not investing. It is recommended to everyone that investment should be started as soon as you can. The earlier you can start investing, the better money and experience you can possibly get. Even if most people acknowledge the importance of investing, they will still tend to procrastinate starting their investment careers because of various reasons. Some people delay investing because they want to enjoy life to the fullest while they're still young. Others delay it because they think retirement is still in the far future and they can still push it back to a later date. This, however, is a money trap. The best thing you can do is to allocate money from your salary to your savings to be used for investments as a way to get ready for your future. You need to make investing a habit if you want to achieve a better financial position in life. Delaying investing will only make it difficult for you to achieve a smooth and comfortable retirement. Money trap number 4. Keeping high interest debt. Debt is not at all a bad thing, but keeping a high interest debt can become a problem for you. The most common high interest debts are credit cards as well as student and car loans. A lot of companies set up impossibly high interest rates that leaves debtors struggling to pay up their balance when they are making the minimum payment. In the US, the average interest rate of a credit card is 16%. This percentage of interest is extremely high. Not to mention, most of your credit card debts were utilized to purchase an item you don't actually need. Money trap number 5. Getting that huge car loan. Purchasing a brand new car seems to be normal and trendy when someone gets a new job or is celebrating a milestone in their life. Even if the car is too tempting to buy, you should never fall into this money trap, considering that you're gonna pay for it for many years. A brand new car is very expensive, and it also depreciates in value. Nothing is fruitful if you purchase brand new cars through a loan because you are only wasting a lot of money. Also, if you buy more and more cars that you can actually afford, you will just end up adding more taxes and insurance to the list of things you need to pay for. By the time you finally paid off a car loan entirely, you'll probably end up with just a fraction of how much you've bought it for at its value. Money trap number 6. Mindlessly thinking that you can instantly get rich. In reality, it takes you a long time to get rich. The path to wealth accumulation isn't an easy and instant one, so you should expect years and years to pass when you're working on building your wealth. If you're investing, you should know that earning any money from your investments takes up a long time. Even millionaires and billionaires would tell you that they've passed a long, boring process in order to get where they are now financially. If you're a new investor, it's more likely that you'll realize shortcuts in accumulating wealth later in the journey. Most of them invest in the traditional ways such as day trading, but it usually backfires. For investors, it's safer to invest in something with a long, good track record. You also need to make sure that only a portion of your fund is allocated for investing in order to not make it heavy on you if ever you lose that investment. Number 7. Purchasing a house too expensive that you won't even use fully. You might get tempted to buy an extravagant house that may seem like your dream home straight from a magazine, but you need to understand that most people end up buying houses that are too much for their paycheck, making it difficult to pay off. It might not be the smartest idea to buy the most beautiful and expensive home for yourself just for the aesthetic or to show off. Spending all your money on housing will make you unable to spend money on necessary things such as car repairs and an occasional vacation. A lot of times, people end up buying houses that will most of the time eat up more than half of the percentage of their income, leaving these kinds of people very little money to spend on other things. In reality, there are a lot of money traps present in the world, and you will increase your chances of being successful if you avoid all of these traps. Instead of wasting your money on things that depreciate in value, invest your money instead on things that will generate income for you in the future. It may be difficult to spot these money traps, but taking time to assess all of the expenses that you make and to keep track of everything that you do is a good way to find out if you're a victim of any of these money traps. So make sure to follow this video in case you do have any of the money traps mentioned. Thanks so much for watching! I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure to click like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to keep you posted on new helpful videos like this one.